Arriving in Hanoi, Vietnam in September of 2016, I was ushered straight into 8-hour days in the classroom. A guest speaker on our first day said, "In Vietnam, there's no such thing as a climate change denialist because it's just too obvious." I felt distance from the problem. Apart from the smog outside and the humid air, I didn't feel this place was unlivable. It wasn't until a week later when I moved into the coastal town of Hoi An, where I really could see what they were talking about. On our day off, we biked to the beach, expecting to walk onto fresh white sand that would seep between our toes, like the beaches we had seen in pictures. We found that there was no more beach, only giant sandbags to prevent erosion and stop the water from rising into the village. I went back to my homestay and asked my host father about what I had just seen. He explained that not long ago the water was a kilometer out from where it was that day. Then he said, "You're not even seeing the worst of it." He then took me out on his motorbike to show me areas of the town and explain to me how they had changed over the years because of climate impacts, pollution, the Vietnam War, political control, and so on. Now back in the US, I scroll through my beautiful pictures of Vietnam and my homestay family. There are some really remarkably picturesque places. However, I also have pictures and memories of images depicting the current state of their village and how it has been impacted by climate change. More recently, my host father has been sending me pictures of their house in the village I lived in not long ago. They are completely flooded with water because of the rise in sea level, while I am sitting in the comfort of my dry university. I learned from that day with my host father that the pictures we see in things like guidebooks and social media of luxurious places are often not the reality. Although my host father showed me this reality, I still didn't experience it like he did. Unlike the people who actually experience climate change, I can escape it. It is one thing to see the coastline as it now exists, but it is an entirely different experience to watch the sea eat up an entire kilometer of land and all that it held, and see/know all those people that were directly affected by its disappearance. I myself am still learning that as a person of privilege living in the United States, I will always feel distant from the enormity of our world's problems. It can be easy to go about my life without thought to what is happening even in my local area. However, hearing my host father's testimony and witnessing the change in his community was a profoundly moving experience for me. Now, more than ever, my study abroad journey has made me want to act on the problems that need to be brought into the global conversation surrounding social and environmental justice, rather than cropping them out of picture-perfect images.